Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Astrology Victoria. Oh my God, Neptune just Neptune just collapsed my astral blanket. So, well, this is how things happen. We're not gonna edit this out just because this is the nature of life, and the astral blanket is still here since the beginning 2 years ago. And okay, back to the astrology report. This week we're going to be talking about the astro weather for Monday the 23rd all the way to the 27th of the month. The 27th, is that correct, or is my brain completely out of whack? Let me see. Here is, yes, Sunday, May 27th is correct. Let's just begin our slideshow. All right, that's it. So Monday, May 23rd. Oops, da-da-da. What is going on? Mercury, stop it. I'm joking. All right, the main energies for this week are going to be concentrated in the signs of Aries and Taurus. And these two signs are neighboring signs in the natural zodiac. So there is a little bit of a go, 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 and a little bit of a stay, stay, stay energy, or slow down and go fast, kind of all at the same time. This is kind of that feel, is like, how can we be in this and this at the same time? Or do we need this kind of energy to achieve this, right? And all is happening simultaneously. Everything's happening, it's unfolding. So with the Aries energy, there could be a lot of initiative, drive, ideas, curiosity, courage, let's go now, independent. Let's just do this. I'm on my own doing my stuff. I am curious and bold and brave, and it's go time. Go, 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 go. That's Aries. Now, no, no, no. Then Taurus, it's it's relax into things, take your time, do things slowly, make sure you're giving yourself some love, some care, eat, sleep, make sure you're having pleasure of certain kind. Stability might be on your mind. All these themes are archetypal to Taurus, the beauty, the grace. And if you have not seen my other videos, I explain these things over and over again for those who have not necessarily watched the other videos. But if you have been on this channel for a while, you know, and we can keep discovering things and remembering what these archetypes are about. And so main energies for this week. Should I go or should I stay? I don't know what's wrong with me today. Anyway, okay, so May 23rd, we open this week, of course, as the continuation of our eclipse energy, where we're leaving things behind, we're moving along into the new. Lots of changes, lots of having to trust. We talked about trust last week as a main component of these movements forward into more stability, security. And these movements require you to relinquish, release things, with the Scorpio South Node. And sure enough, I'm gonna get you a little bit update of my own life. Well, this week I've been taking the time to pack my whole house and sell stuff and let go of things, actual material things, letting them go, to be able to minimize and move to a piece of land where I have no clue what's really going to happen or how am I going to really exist. But I have trust. And yes, I did have my meltdown during the eclipse, even though I thought this eclipse energy is not really going to affect me. I know, like I've been doing everything consciously, and guess what? I did have a very emotional meltdown on that eclipse. The fear of not knowing, how am I going to live? Where am I going to live? Where am I going to sleep? I don't know, not sure, but I know I'll be safe. I know there's something bigger, greater, better, and I'm not going to be unprotected. However, these fears, and that comes with the Scorpio energy, survival, you know, Taurus, survival, stability, food. This is the axis we're working with for the coming year. And a lot of you might be feeling, how do I survive? What do I need to survive? And what do I love? And what do I value? And what are the little things that make me say, all is well, all is good? And simplify. Remember, Taurus is about simplifying. So yeah, that's a little bit of my life, and how that letting go of things and that shedding of stuff and, you know, getting rid of actively and consciously is working with that axis. And there is this coming week, because we have that energy that's still in motion, propelling us forward. And I just told you my personal story, so you can also relate to what's going on in your world, that it's wanting to change you, shift you, and move you towards something more stable. So that we have the Sun conjunct Mercury, and that is going to be very present this week. Negotiations, talking, revisiting, reviewing things, emails, or maybe emails from things that you need to rearrange, or stuff that you had backed up but you need to resolve or review, because Mercury is retrograde. And now Mercury is back in Taurus. It's not even in Gemini anymore, kind of like all dispersed. It's back into, okay, let's take the time. Let's go slow. Let's make sure we're doing things properly. Let's not rush into things. Let's review, keep reviewing. This whole month is this kind of, okay, let's review, let's make sure our agreements are correct, let's set things in a positive way. And Mercury Sun also gives a very acute awareness of one's ego desires and ego needs, and how to express that. However, because it's retrograde, is how do we think of ourselves, our needs, what we want, what we desire, and how we want to express our ego in the world. That Mercury kind of goes there with the Sun to be able to be at the same time my own ego expression. Ego is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be if it is only for the sake of me, my little person, and I, and not necessarily the collective. And we talked about these energies of what portion of me can shine in the world as my divine self, and what portion is just me and my little desires that are not benefiting the collective, which again comes with these Pisces of the dissolution and the greater connection to everything and the whole. We have Sun sextile Jupiter, so the Sun Mercury, because they come together, it's sextiling Jupiter still in the sky. This is going to give us optimism, give us strength, courage, the ability to go do it, you know, almost the sense of I can do this, whatever it is. I, the Sun, I can do this. If I can think it, I can do it, and I can jump for it, and it's all good. You know, it's like the moment you are on the airplane with your looking down, going to jump with your parachute, even though I have not yet done parachute, but I'd like to. But it's like that. It's like, if you can imagine this, that's that moment you're going to jump and you're like, okay, I can do this. And then just do it. And it's like, yeah, adrenaline rush, you know. because this Mercury Sun is also sextiling Mars, because Mars is with Jupiter together. So this week there's this like, okay, we're at the edge, let's jump. And there will be the adrenaline rush so that the jump can happen and be exhilarating and exciting and hopeful. And when you have adrenaline and you're courageous, then there's no frustration of anger, because what happens is that this can be passionate energy and like, yes, I can do this, I can take the world right now. Or it could be like too much. If it's too much of an energy, it could be like anger, or frustration. And with these alignments, I would say it's more like a little boost. Just do it. Rocket fuel. I've been talking about this rocket fuel for a while. Oh my goodness. Yes. And Mercury Sun trining Pluto, that we've been talking about as well. It's giving us not only a lot of energy to see the depths and the shadows and to make the necessary transformations and to detach, to actually transform within, transform the power dynamics, see them, see what power dynamics are at play in your life and in your world, and be able to see, yes, I can see this, and this is why this is not working, and this is why this needs to be let go of. And that could be going on in your world. What is it that you're letting go of? What are the power dynamics that you're still maybe involved in that you can actually very clearly see? It also could mean that there are powerful influences helping you transform. That's why a trine is not as like challenging as a square or an opposition. In this case, it's like, well, there are forces at play. We're removing, we're shifting, we're changing, and we have a lot of raw power and the capacity to see and to review. And we also have a Venus sextiling Saturn here. And Venus Saturn in these like a little bit more easy aspects can give us the sense of commitment to something we love. Commitment, maybe sometimes with Saturn, there's this like, okay, I can't have this pleasure, or I can be more measured in the amount of pleasure. Or if I'm squandering, this aspect will give me this like, ooh, wait a minute, don't squander. Might not be the time to go shopping and buying everything. Maybe just buy something that is really good, that is quality, that you actually love and want. And maybe you want it right now. Venus is still in Aries. However, Saturn will go, well, be responsible also with your money. That could be one interpretation. Same thing with relationships. What are the relationships that are in your life that you are more committed to and that you can say yes to, that may also be a long-lasting bond? It could be friendship, it could be groups. I mean, it depends where this Venus is in your chart as well and what it's doing. Maybe there's new people, and we've talked about Venus in Aries being kind of impulsive and wanting things. I want this and I want it now kind of thing, or I like this person, I like them now. With Saturn, there's like, okay, it's there, it's now, but can you take the time, observe, build a bond, build a friendship, make something last, make a relationship quality over quantity or impulse? Saturn will have that effect on Venus in a positive way. Maybe it's these new friendships or new peoples or new ways of making money, possibly, that you have to be responsible with. Saturn always brings the question of responsibility. And it's a supporting aspect, not necessarily something that it's very obvious because it's a sextile, but there's that capacity. If you, with the sextiles, I always think of if you notice this, or if you go the extra effort to see this or take advantage of this, this will help you. That's that. And then the Mars sextile Pluto. And with Mars sextile Pluto, there can be raw energy helping as well. This is like, I don't know where I got the energy from, but I just took the tree and uprooted it and moved it. And it's raw power. I feel this energy. Oh my God, I feel all this energy like, go. Yeah, it's just keep going, don't look back, forward motion, not looking back. If you dare look back, you will not jump because it's scary. Now, this is like, let's just do it. That's the energy. That's the energy of this starting week, right? By May 25th, this is that's when? Thursday, Wednesday the 25th. Mars will be conjunct Jupiter exact. So, oh my God, if there's not like a lot of energy to go for what we want to initiate something new, Mars is ingressing Aries, and Aries is Mars's domicile. So Mars has a lot of energy, a lot of passion. And the best way to put this energy is passion. If you put passion into what you're doing and harness this energy, you move through anything. Otherwise, passion can turn into anger. Too much fire will burn the house, So just use this enormous amount of energy for that transformation. Whatever the transformation that is wanted by your soul, use that amount of energy to just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Very, very strong energies. Now, there is a little other issue coming into relationships, is the Venus square Pluto. We have seen this one a little bit on and off through the past months as well. And now we're having this Venus square Pluto. And this is a separating square. So there's this like kind of new cycle of Venus Pluto, basically relationships and power dynamics in relationships, how we do relationships and how we deal with relationships. When Venus is anything touching Pluto, brings it power, intensity, desire, a lot of desire, too much desire maybe, danger even. Dangerous people, it could be power dynamics, or the capacity to transform through conflict in relationships and power struggles. That is the gift of these squares, where there's like, I want this and I want that, but you want this and I want that. And it's like this, like friction. Our relationships can be very uncomfortable. However, if we manage to see what these dynamics are showing us of our own needs to be in control, then we can transform relationships into very passionate, very strong, and intense, but in the good sense. With a square, I'm going to tell you, this is not necessarily the case. It's going to be rubbing rubbing, maybe desires rubbing. And let's see how we can manage our relationships. It's a very good time to not necessarily be too rash, harsh, or dominant. It's a good time to maybe think before acting, because Mars is going to be very impulsive. You know? So it's a good time to think, because there's a lot of impulse energy. And this just do it energy can also come with a lot of, you know, not minding the other or the others, because Aries energy is me. It's me, what I want, what I need, this is my thing. I'm going for this. I am going for this. So here we're asked to, yes, what are you going for? Because you need to also understand that we are individuals within a collective. So me as an individual is also very important. The thing is, like, remember with Aries energy, there's usually like the bull in the china shop kind of thing where you don't even see the others because you're just so focused on this is what I want, this is what I need, that the others kind of cease existing. So the invitation also with this energy is to, as much as, yes, you're gonna be in your power, in your own ground, standing your own ground, going for what you want, is also very important to mind others, to make sure that everything that you're doing has a sense of also collective or shared responsibility. That's how this sextile is helping. Because if we are doing things just for our selfish desires, it's not going to work out. It's going to activate the square. However, if we do it, you know, because we are doing something for the greater good, the collective or the human family, you know, Aquarius is always pointing to social responsibility. Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, social responsibility. If we are doing things to create those structures, then we're good. It's me within a collective. And you let me know in the comments below, how are you living these energies of change, of having to be socially responsible, maybe meeting new people, maybe initiating new projects? What is it for you? How is it showing up? I would love to see your comments. All right, this was a little bit of a quick just because I'm in the middle of moving and don't have much time to prepare everything in more detail. However, I show up here for you every week, and I am very appreciative if you can subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you want a reading from me to know how to navigate these intense times of change for the planet, then please make sure you leave me a comment. Sorry, you can click on the links below. And until next week, then I will be sending you many, many blessings, and bye.